Good morning. Today we're going to look at verse 12 of the first chapter of the Sefer Yetzirah, the ancient Jewish book of creation. Okay, so let me share my screen here. There we go, Sefer Yetzirah 112. And as usual, we begin with Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan's translation. 4. Fire from water. With it he engraved and carved the throne of glory, seraphim, ophanim, and holy hayot. Those are these holy living creatures, and ministering angels. From these three he founded his dwelling, as it is written. He makes his angels of breaths, his ministers of flaming fire. Psalms 104:4. Okay, this is continuing with a description of the 10 sefirot, the 10 declarations or decrees by which our world was created. And this is the original ancient understanding. And now my translation of this verse. 4. Fire from water. It decreed and shaped with it the throne of glory, seraphim, ophanim, and the holy living creatures, hayot, and the messenger angels that serve. And from these three, air, water, and fire, it established a dwelling, since it is said, it makes his messenger angels of spirit breath, his servants of flaming fire. Psalm 104:4. Notice in Hebrew, the word for angels also means messenger, and the word for spirit also means breath. So I've put those two translations together. Now, before creation, there's only that which is unknowable and inconceivable. This is the level that is referred to as spirit. At the next stage of creation, perception comes into existence, but what is perceived is unordered and chaotic. Okay, so this next stage, this is when everything separates into observer and observed. But initially, what you have, it lacks form and structure. This level is called water, but finally we succeed in imposing order on the unordered and structure upon chaos. We call this level fire. Just as disorder is transformed into order, so does fire transform the elements. And this is what we see going on in this passage. Instead of disorder and formless mud, we see specific structures mentioned. In particular, the throne of glory, seraphim, those are fiery angels, ophanim, that means wheel angels that carry the throne of glory, and hayot, the holy living creatures of Ezekiel's vision. We also have a reference from Psalm 104:4 to messenger angels and servant angels, and this implies that a dwelling place for God has been created, a dwelling called the universe. And within the context of this dwelling, we now have a God that has been objectified and that seems more conceivable. A world of finite objects has come into existence. Now, a couple of footnotes. The first one, the name Elohim refers to both the universe and to the God that has been objectified and given structure and attributes by our mind. And in reference to that, see Zohar 1:15a and my commentary on 1:1, the first verse of first chapter of the Sefer Yetzirah. You can go back to that video. Okay, Elohim is identified with Binah on the Sephirotic tree of life, and it is the God that we see as separate from us and judging us, also showing mercy to us. But beyond the objectified God, there are higher perceptions of divinity that are found on those paths that lead us first to love and then to oneness. Actually, I should say to love and oneness simultaneously, because you can't have love without oneness, you can't have oneness without love. And my second footnote, The word chayot in Hebrew is spelled het yud vav tav. However, if we recite it as two words and spell it as het yud for the first and aleph vav tav for the second, then we can translate that as life signs or signs of life. In Ezekiel 1:4, we read, "And the living creatures, Hayot, ran and returned, like the appearance of a flash of lightning." If instead we translate that as signs of life ran and returned, this is a reminder that living beings are characterized by a continual movement of matter and energy. Also, these signs of life, this is brain waves, brain activity, which is constantly going to and fro, and that characterizes our life. Also, several years ago, Nobel laureate Ilya Prigogine explained how such constant movement is necessary for the maintenance of all complex living structures, right? For a city to survive, you have to have a constant flow of goods in and out of that city. Energy, new goods have to come in. Trash has to go out. You need this constant flow for all living things and vital structures to continue to exist. Again, once we stop moving, we die. Okay, that's it for this verse. So let me stop my share. And let me wish you shalom, peace, and a good day as you walk your path. Okay, and I'll stop recording now, and I'll see you next time.